There's a lot of things I want to talk about now. The first, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the sort of debacle between President Trump and Elon Musk. And the second thing I want to talk about is what's currently going on in Los Angeles as we speak. So, on to the first topic, with this whole Trump versus Musk thing. Trump versus Elon Musk, where people are thinking, where people are talking about that, they're having some beef. They're both having beef with each other and whatnot, and it's supposedly trigger. It's supposedly, making the lefties, you know, you know, pra- you know, praising Elon and all of a sudden loving him right now, and it's supposedly helping, you know, Trump supporters, Repub and conservatives, getting up in arms. Here's how I view it, because the way I see it is this: with what now supposedly Elon is like, you know, being separated from, supposedly where the Trump administration, blah blah blah, and supposedly he's trying to distance himself from Trump. Pretty much disavowing anything and everything what Trump is currently doing. As of within the first 5 to 6 months of number 47's administration. I don't think that there's some conservatives think that Elon Musk was not for Trump from the very beginning. Was not for us conservatives from the very beginning. And liberals also thinking that given Elon is back on their side, they can stop. They're obviously, stop burning, Teslas and Tesla dealerships, all kinds of stuff. Even though the damage was already done when they were doing that from the beginning, but I digress. But for real though, they think I'm going to see it like this because this is how I see it. I happen to feel that the left is being trolled. The left is being toyed with. Because it's really not that there's like this whole, beef and, between Trump and Musk. It's really not because I don't think it's because Trump, I don't think it's because Trump and Musk are angry with each other or distancing themselves against each other. I just think that it's literally, let's just say, the left has been played because they like what Alex Jones once said. They think they're winning and think they know what's up. And it really looks like, and the truth is, the left once again has been getting screwed over, becoming even more dumb and becoming even more dependent. Yeah, Alex Jones once said that when it came to an individual who would rely on the mainstream media, or as what Rush Limbaugh would call them, the drive-by media, which that's what they are. But yeah, I see. I mean, I don't think, me particularly, the whole situation between President Trump and Elon Musk, it was not making conservatives look bad, and but at the same time it was all about, I think Musk now all of a sudden happens to be liked again by the left. It's really not that. Now the second topic I'm going to be discussing is, okay, what's going on in Los Angeles? Yeah, there's a lot of these illegal immigrants, and they're flying Mexican flags in Los Angeles apparently, and Mayor Karen Bass, and of course Governor Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom, they're just sitting back and letting things all go down to to excrement. I refuse to use profanity in this video, especially since I just got home from church. But you know what I mean. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm going to say this right here. Guess what? Los Angeles, California is literally very leftist run. I mean, no surprise there. And there's some who may ask, is California going to become, pardon me on this. Some are asking, with all the mess that's going on in California, in Los Angeles, will it spread to other across the nation? Well, here's my opinion on it. If it does, it might spread to, obviously a lot of the liberal leftist run cities anyway. I live in Madison, by the way, which is a liberal run city, mind you. Keep in mind, 5 years ago, when the George Floyd riots happened, yeah, it started in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and then it spread all across the country, even here in Madison, believe it or not. But yeah, it's basically regarding to all these illegal immigrants, the illegal immigrants who don't even supposed to belong here. They're not protesting. They're fighting against. They're literally rebelling against Immigration and Custom Enforcement, a.k.a. ICE, because and the real reason being is because once they get detained, they're going to be sent back. Here's the thing. They always like to talk about Now, in the case of illegal immigration right here, here's the thing. Because of my skin color, there's going to be that's going to be a leftist troll that's going to be talking about that's going to be on this commenting on this video saying that they might send me back to Africa because of my skin color. Well, here's the thing. I'm a natural born citizen of the United States, you idiots. Bet on that. Try again. It will not. But as I was saying anyway, these literally the drug cartels, which are coming into Los Angeles anyway, and they're like tossing bricks in and all other kinds of things to various enforcement vehicles, various law enforcement vehicles, various police vehicles, things of that nature. And President Trump obviously has now sent the National Guard to address and take care of things while things are going down to oblivion over there. It's a pretty interesting thing. Well, not interesting in its say, but I do feel that it's going to be addressed. The whole illegal immigration process is definitely going to be addressed. Now, this also brings up to asking the question, because when you really think about it, when it really boils down to a lot of things, because when President Trump was number 45, he asked the question, why do we keep bringing people over from S-hole countries? Now, let me set the record straight. Yes, Mexico is a S-hole. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm just basically gonna bring it to you, clear and straightforward. Mexico and even places like Venezuela and Honduras, and they are deemed S-holes. Yeah, obvious. And again, I'm not going to use any profanity in this video because, yeah, as of the recording of this video, I just got out of church, and I'm literally talking about this subject. But I digress. And with all the stuff that's going down in California, I mean, especially in LA, a friend of mine asked the question, where's Kyle Rittenhouse when you need him? And I wholeheartedly agree with that question. Where's Kyle Rittenhouse when you need him? Because what's going down there, I'm not going to lie. The people who voted for that mess, who constantly voted blue no matter who, that is a problem you got to deal with. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. In LA, which is a blue city apparently, because you voted blue no matter who, that is a you problem. And I do feel that what's happening down in LA, it might be a thing going. It might be it might some of the other blue run cities will likely conduct that conduct those violent behaviors, similar to what was being conducted when the George Floyd riots happened back in 2020. Starting from the Twin Cities. But yes, again, this is what's going down in California. This is a perfect sign where I'm gonna critique and I'm gonna comment saying, if you voted blue no matter who, that is a you problem. That's something you gotta deal with. Don't blame President Trump. Don't blame the Republicans. You voted for this mess. Straight up. I'm Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Kid Thunder. I am signing off.